and low carbon have to be at the absolute basis of all of infrastructure.
Christiana, you've launched the Green Bond Pledge with a big target for investment by 2020 at the Climate Bonds Conference. Can you tell us a little bit more what's behind this target?
Well, it's building on what we already have. We have already seen a huge growth over the past few years in green bonds, and what that actually means is that we have set a very, very good basis, and we're now ready to truly take it to scale and to reach the level of $1 trillion worth of green bonds by 2020, which means a duplicating of the level that we have right now over the next 2 to 3 years, so that we get to the number that we actually need. We do need $1 trillion in green bonds by 2020.
And Christiana, you asked an audience of investors and issuers in there to make a green bonds pledge. What was the reaction from the crowd to your address?
Well, I think we have to wait until the end of the day to see this, because this is not just about saying yes, this is about how. That's the more important part. The more important part is how are we going to do this? And therefore, I'm quite grateful to CBI that is organizing this meeting because they're going to go into the how. I don't think that there is a questioning of whether can we do this. It's much more how are we going to get there on time? And the how question is the one that is going to be discussed today during the day.
And lastly, Christiana, there's a lot of focus on green infrastructure and the role that infrastructure investment has to play in reaching global climate and emissions targets. What's your view? What do we need to do on the infrastructure front?
You know, we have, obviously, because we're human beings and we need infrastructure for our daily lives. So we have been investing in infrastructure ever since human beings started way, thousands and thousands of years ago. So it's not about can we do this? It's about what is the type of infrastructure that we're going to need for this century. And there's no doubt that we have to make a radical shift to low carbon and high resilience, because right now we have exactly the opposite. We have low resilience and high carbon, and that suited us more or less okay last century. But for this century, we absolutely have to change over to high resilience, low carbon infrastructure that is both producing low carbon energy and using low carbon energy in a very effective way. So it is a complete shift to what we had, but infrastructure is infrastructure. We can do it.
Christiana Figueres, former Global Climate Chief and convener of Mission 2020, thank you for speaking to us today at the Climate Bonds Annual Conference.
Thank you.
Thank you.